Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are exploring one of the most recognizable buildings on the planet, St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow. Those colorful, swirling domes are basically the unofficial symbol of Russia at this point. But there's so much more to this place than just being a pretty postcard background. Sitting in Moscow's Red Square is the legendary St. Basil's Cathedral. And let me tell you, photos do not do this place justice. The colors, the patterns, the sheer over-the-top uniqueness of it, it's absolutely mind-blowing in person. But what's even more fascinating is the story behind this place. Trust me, it's got everything. A ruthless czar, blinded architects, religious persecution, and nearly avoiding demolition. So let's dive into this incredible history of this Russian icon. The cathedral was built between 1555 and 1561 under the orders of Ivan the Terrible. And yes, when your nickname is the Terrible, you've definitely got some issues. He commissioned it to celebrate his conquest of the Khanate of Kazan, expanding the Russian Empire. Now here's where it gets wild. According to legend, Ivan was so impressed with the cathedral that he had the architects blinded so they could never create anything as beautiful again. Pretty extreme performance review, huh? Historians now think this story is probably just a myth, but it shows how it has inspired such tales for centuries. Architecturally speaking, St. Basil's is amazing. There's nothing else like it in the world. The cathedral actually consists of 9 separate chapels, each topped with those distinctive, colorful onion domes. The design is a blend of traditional Russian wooden architecture, Byzantine influences, and Islamic elements, creating this totally unique style. Those famous onion domes weren't even part of the original design. They were added in the 1680s when the Russian Orthodox Church wanted to make it even more spectacular. What's wild is that the whole thing was built without any modern tools or machinery, just skilled craftsmen working with their hands and basic tools. The construction techniques they used were so innovative that modern architects are still impressed today. Now let's talk about what happened during the Soviet era, because this is where the story gets really intense. After the 1917 Russian Revolution, the new Soviet government was aggressively anti-religious. Churches across Russia were closed, destroyed, or repurposed. Religious practice was suppressed, and many priests and believers were persecuted. In 1929, Stalin shut down St. Basil as a place of worship and turned it into a museum of atheism. Talk about irony. The idea was to showcase religion as outdated superstition. The beautiful bells were removed, religious artifacts were confiscated, and the once sacred space became propaganda for the Soviet state. There were even plans to demolish the cathedral entirely to make way for military parades in Red Square. The story goes that the architect was so outraged by the plan that he sent a telegram to Stalin saying he'd kill himself on the cathedral steps if the demolition went ahead. Whether this dramatic protest actually saved the building is in debate, but somehow St. Basil's survived when so many other religious buildings didn't. The cathedral remained closed for religious services throughout the Soviet period, but surprisingly, this might have helped preserve it. While it couldn't function as a church, being designated as a historical museum meant it received some protection and maintenance. After the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991, religion made a massive comeback in Russia. The Russian Orthodox Church was restored to prominence, and many churches reopened for worship. But interestingly, St. Basil never returned to being a full-time functioning church. Today, St. Basil's Cathedral is mainly a museum and one of Moscow's top tourist attractions. It's part of the Kremlin and Red Square UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing visitors from around the world. Religious services are only held occasionally, usually on special feast days. The rest of the time, visitors can explore the maze-like interior with its 9 chapels connected by narrow, winding corridors and staircases. Inside, you'll find beautiful religious art, including some incredible icons that survived the Soviet era. The acoustic properties are amazing too. There are occasional choir performances that will absolutely give you goosebumps. What I find really fascinating about St. Basil is how it became something bigger than just a religious building. It survived czars, revolutions, world wars, and religious persecution to become this enduring symbol of Russia itself. Even during the height of the Soviet atheism, they couldn't bring themselves to tear it down. It has already become too integral to Russian identity. It's on postcards, magnets, t-shirts, you name it. When people think of Russia, this is often the first image that comes to mind. So that's the story of St. Basil's Cathedral, a building that's as resilient as it is beautiful. From Ivan the Terrible to modern-day Instagram selfies, it's witnessed centuries of Russian history and still stands as a testament to human creativity and perseverance. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning about St. Basil's Cathedral, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos about fascinating places around the world. Let me know in the comments what iconic buildings you'd like me to cover next time. See you in the next video.